And just before we sum up, we'll have one final question from the floor. So whoever puts their arm up as enthusiastically as possible, this gentleman at the front here.
Hi everyone, I am Masoom from Bangladesh Rifles. And the media began publishing, broadcasting that there was some grievances of the media. That's why they took. That's why they committed this offense. But in later, this information proved wrong. That means for free flow of information, the whole situation was very much panic. The whole country was in very panic situation created by wrong information of the media. And this is because only for the free flow of information. This is one question. The second question is...
I'm afraid we only have time for
no, just second question is, Mr. Imtiaz Maqbul told about the redefining of news. Reading and defining of news. As far as I have, now I am in the 4th year, but still now we have read the definition of news. News means to sell pictures, to sell something new, money, sex, crime. This is the element of news. These are the things. Still now it is running. Then if what does he want to mean by redefining the news?
Okay, thank you very much. So, media freedom and redefining news.
Can I just take the second question, and if you don't mind, I'll maybe one of the other panelists. Yeah, I'd really like to open the first question up to all the to my. This whole redefinition of news is actually now, to me, probably the most critical issue that is emerging, and I'm very happy to hear this morning a whole bunch of people who are websites. I mean, you heard several people this morning, and I know you will hear more people. I think what will happen is the media eventually will have to follow the fact that people will sooner or later get tired of having their intelligence insulted and opening up every day with nothing except more and more and more bad news. And I think that redefinition process will take place because people will simply switch off. And the advertisers will not be able to make money. So sooner or later, water will find its own level, and the money will go to areas where people are watching, which means, people will watch love stories, they'll watch comedies, and they, instead of sitting and watch this hero action, crime, sex, movies, people will move into an era where they say, I really don't want this anymore. I want to, like Professor Srisar said, get up in the morning and say, what am I going to do to make this world a better place?
Sing it?
If you hear me sing, that's going to... So I think the peace will come when there is profit behind it. And that eventually will have a lot of things. On the free flow of information, I really think the other panelists would be better qualified.
Unfortunately, we're out of time, but in the spirit of freedom of speech, perhaps we can talk afterwards to the panelists. I'd just like to sum up, if I may, some of the practical action points that I've brought out from this lively discussion. One is the urgent need for moderation. We've been hearing about a corporate and military and political machinery using the media as a tool to further, perhaps, not unworthy ends. So the need for moderation, but how do we balance that with media freedom? So this is a challenge for all of us. At the same time, continuing the use of alternative media, social media, to raise the voices, be it in the Iran election, we saw an example there, and other examples that Syed has been looking at. But with this social media, there is the problem of, and the need for tools of discernment. How do we educate our children, young people, to be able to separate the garbage from the good information? And then we have a whole host of resources, whether we heard from Search for Common Ground, the other resources that we heard this morning, and indeed this lively discussion, that we can empower ourselves with these tools of discernment. But for me, the thing that's really stuck in my heart, Syed, is when you share from the heart, it seems to reduce the conflict within you. the depletion within you. And by sharing and reducing the conflict in you, you have unwittingly helped reduce the conflict and motivate others, 1,000 friends on Facebook, countless others in Afghanistan, in other areas, to really make a difference. So in the spirit of in Gandhi, and I hope that he wouldn't mind me changing the word of being the media that we want to see in the world, of reducing the conflict in ourselves by sharing from the heart, we can make a big transformation. I'd like to finally thank all of you this morning, and for our host and all of you for participating in the lively discussion. Thank you.